I cannot too much muse such shapes, such gestures, and such sounds, expressing, although they want the use of a tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse.
Oh, praise in departing.
They vanished strangely. No matter, since they left their viands behind, for we have stomachs. Will't please you taste of what is here?
Not I.
Oh, faith. Sir, be not afraid. When we were boys, who would believe there were mountaineers that dewlapped like bulls who had at their throats hanging at them wallets of flesh, or that there were such men whose heads stood in their breasts, which now we find each putter out 5 of 1 will bring us good warrant of.
I will stand to and feed, although my last. No matter, I feel the best is past. Brother, my lord the duke, stand to and do as we.
Oh, the cake.
Yeah, true men of sin, who destiny that hath to instrument this lower world and what's in it, that never surveyed sea hath caused to build sharp you. And on this island where men doth not inhabit, you, mongst men being most unfit to live. Hey, I have made you mad. And with such like valor, men hang and drown their proper selves. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tapered may as well wound the loud winds, or with besmirked at stabs kill the still close and waters as diminish. One plume, that's one dow that's in my plume. My fellow ministers! I like invulnerable. If you could hurt, your swords are now too messy for your strength, and will not be afflicted. But remember, for that's my business to you, that you 3 from Milan did supplant good Prosperous, exposed unto the sea which hath requited him and his innocent child, for which foul deed the powers, delaying and never forgetting, have incensed the seas, the shores, yet eyed the creatures against your peace. And the other son, Alonso, they have bereft, and do pronounce me lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you and all your ways, whose rots to guard you from which here, in this most desolate isle, else falls upon your heads, is nothing but hot sorrow, and a clear life ensuing.
Bravely the figure of this harpy hast thou performed, my Ariel. They are now in my power, and in these fits I leave them.
By something that's holy, sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
It is monstrous, monstrous. Methought the billows spoke and told me of it. The winds did sing it to me, and the thunder, that deep and dreadful organ pipe, did pronounce the name of Prosper. It did base my trespass. Therefore my son in the ooze lies bedded, and I will seek him deeper than e'er plummets sounded, and with him lie there mudded.
But not one fiend at a time. I'll fight their legions, or I'll be your second.
Oh, 3 of them are desperate. Their great guilt like poison given to work a great time after now begins to bite at the spirits. I do beseech you, who are of none nimbler joints, follow them swiftly and hinder them from what this ecstasy may now provoke them to.
Follow, I pray you.
Oh.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. Makes amends, for I here have given you 1/3 of my life, or that for which I live, who once again I tendered to thy hand, Line.
All thy vexations.
All thy vexations were but my trials of your love, and thou hast most strangely stood the test. Herefore heaven, I ratify my rich gift. Do not smile, Ferdinand, that I boast of her, for she shall outstrip all praise and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it, against an oracle.
Then, as my gift and thine own acquisition worthily purchased, accept my daughter, she is, let's see, that's not right. Yeah, take my daughter.
As I hope, for quiet days, fair issue, and long life, with such love as 'tis now, the murkiest den, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion. Our worser genius shall never melt my honor into lust to take away. The edge of that day's celebration, when I shall think, or Phoebus' steeds are foundered, or night kept chained below.
Fairly spoke.
Oh, okay. Fairly spoke. Sit then and talk with her. She is thine own. What, Ariel, my industrious servant Ariel?
What would my portent master? For here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform. Line.
And I must use you.
And I must use you in another such trick. Go. Bring the rabble, over whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I
Must bestow.
I'm sorry?
For I must bestow.
For I must bestow on the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. I promised it, and they
It is my promise.
it is my promise, and they expect it from me.
Presently.
I, with a twink.
Before you can say come and go and breathe twice and cry so, each one tripping on his toe will be here with muff and muff. Do you love me, master? No.
Oh, dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou hear me call.
Well, I conceive.
Look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oath is straw to the fire of the blood. Be more abstemious, or good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor in my liver.
Well. Now, come, my Ariel. Bring a corollary rather than want what?
A spirit.
A spirit. Appear and pertly. No tongue, all eyes, be silent.
Sir, most bounteous lady, thy rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep, and flat meads thatched with stover them to keep, thy banks with pined and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves, whose shadow the dismissed bachelor loves, being last lorn, thy poke-lipped vineyard, and thy sea-marge sterile rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err. The queen of the sky, whose watery ark and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and with her sovereign grace, here on this grass plot, in this very place, to come and sport. Her peacocks fly amain. Approach, rich Cirrus, her to entertain.